So there's a saying that I'm sure that most of you all here have heard it before. Because it's a very popular saying that most of us have grown up with, especially if you found yourself growing up in a spiritual background, a spiritual home. And that saying is, to whom much is given, much is required. And the conversation that we're going to have today is centered around that, along with the premise of what it truly means to not only attract more wealth, money, but keeping it. Because there's a reason why people who have won the lottery and things of that nature, they end up losing it. And it's like, how did you win and get all this money and you've lost it in a year, 2 years? You had millions of dollars. So we're going to tap into this because a lot of us believe, well, many believe that just having more money is going to fix all their problems and they're going to be good. But that's the furthest from the truth, okay? So I want to welcome you all back to my channel with me, Dr. Monica Nicole. Here we get into those conversations that are not just surface level, honey, because yes, sometimes it really is that deep. So if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and get subscribed to the channel. If you are already subscribed and you're interested in checking out extra content, conversations, and to support the channel, become a paid subscriber here on the channel for that content. So, y'all, there's a reason why lottery owners most times lose all that money. And I'm talking about they had millions of dollars that they could have easily, if they would have worked with that money better, if they would have grew with that money better, they would have never had to work again a day in their life. But the thing is, the reason why more money does not solve your problems long term. The only way that more money can solve your problems long term is if you know how to handle that money, if you know how to manage that money. There's a big reason why those who are within poverty, those who are broke, yes, there are some systemic things that happen to put people into certain spaces, but there's ways to get out of it as well. And a big reason as to why it's easy to stay in that energy or in that space is because you don't have a nervous system that knows how to manage more. We're about to talk about it, okay? So if you don't know how to think of it like working out, right? First day in the gym, you never picked up dumbbells a day in your life, but you're told that you got to pick up a 50-pound dumbbell on both hands. If you haven't been training up to that moment to do 4 sets of 10, you're not going to be able to handle it. You may be able to get a couple sets, you know what I'm saying? You may even get one set, a full set, okay? Or a few pumps. But until your body is able to manage and handle that level of weight, you're not going to be able to finish it. You're not going to be able to persevere through, which is why most times you got to start at 10 pounds and then you go up to 12, then you go up to 15. It's a process that you go through so that you can handle more. So when we hear that saying of to whom much is given, much is required, that's the same thing with money. If you don't have a nervous system or a subconscious that feels comfortable with having that amount of money, you're not going to know what to do with it. You're going to spend it frivolously on things that does not make you more money. You're going to neglect it because you're not going to know what to do with it to nurture it. You're not going to make investments or proper investments if either you don't have the knowledge of investing or you haven't hired someone who has that knowledge who can help you with that. So, a big reason why it's hard for many people to attract more experiences, better experiences, is because they haven't trained themselves to be able to accept it. They haven't trained themselves to be able to hold it. So, I can give you a pot of soup, But if I say I got to keep my pot though, and you didn't bring any Tupperware, how you gonna get that soup home? The soup is yours though. You may find a little bowl somewhere where you could put some soup in it, but you don't have enough to hold the entire pot of soup. So, on that road to manifesting more money, manifesting more wealth, manifesting more experiences, you want to first train your subconscious and your nervous system to be able to find peace in having that. You have to train yourself to have flow with being able to accepting more. And that doesn't matter which level you're at, whether you're a hundredaire, a thousandaire, a 100,000aire, a millionaire, every level that we find ourselves at, we become comfortable with that level. So if I'm comfortable with making $50,000 a year, I've learned how to manage living with $50,000 a year, how to survive. If I'm working to move up to $100,000 a year, I have to train for that. So I got to know how to manage money like someone who not only has $100,000 a year, but knows how to keep it and knows how to multiply it. And you can only do that by training. And when do you train? You train while you're still in the $50,000 mark. So every time I'm pumping a 15-pound dumbbell, I'm training for my ability to do the 25. Come on now. It's not something that, oh, you're going to magically get it or understand how to do it when you get there. It's not something that you're automatically, naturally going to know how to do when you get there. It's something that you prepare yourself for. So when it comes, you're able to nurture it, you're able to handle it, you're able to expand it. So that's why it's always best to start now. And that first step is your nervous system. It's shifting your subconscious. It's finding peace and comfort in being able to handle and hold more, or to handle and hold something that's different from what you're used to. And that's why I have my 30-day subconscious and nervous system reset workbook and journal for those of you all who are ready to go through that shift. For those of you all who are ready to put in the intentional energy and a work to be able to shift yourself to be able to hold more. It's something that takes action. It's not something that you just sit around and think or say, oh, I'm going to do this, or oh, I'm going to keep just watching this video. No, you got to actively, you can watch videos all day on how to operate an exercise machine. But until you actually get out there and start exercising on that machine, it's going to be difficult for you to obtain that body goal that you have, that weight goal that you have. You feel me? And so definitely check that out. That's down below, along with my quiz that helps you understand what is your money archetype? What is your subconscious money archetype? You'll be surprised. Let me know you all's thoughts down below. Check out the pinned comment with all of my links in it for all of my services that I have available for you in this season. And listen, sometimes, well, most times, I'm not even going to say sometimes, because most times it really is that deep. It really is that deep. And it takes us being intentional for us to make the shifts that we need to make for what it is that we're desiring, what it is that we're wanting more of, what it is that we want to change. That's what's most important at the end of the day. So I thank you all for being here. Get subscribed to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Consider becoming a paid subscriber here on the channel for more content and to support it. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.